live from Self Love Lounge. Yeah. My partner Dre. Give me the beat. You talk to him. Look. Now as I stand here on my feet, I ask myself, do history repeat? I know it do, but this is deep. From the slaves to the streets, from the cotton to the concrete, you give me Willie Lynch vibes. From that white man you hide, but you would kill me for my fucking ride. That's that envy you can't hide. That's that meet me outside, can let it go cause of your fucking pride. Back in the day, they take two field slaves, turn them against each other, something like the Django days. Whichever one was still alive, that's the one that win. The dead slave, he was gone, you won't see him again. And nowadays, they take two rap niggas, start beef, move out the way, then clap niggas. You better know your weapon good if you aim in sight. And if you kill a kid by accident, you got a night. You niggas so tough and Zimmerman is still around, but you would pay a couple K to knock your brother down. You think that God and evil fake? Until you die and reawaken, your soul done made it through them gates of hell, they await you. And everything you ever feared, that's that shit that's gonna take you. And all them demons that you claim, then took the sane out your brain. Now it's time for you to feel the flames. You see them demons like the streets. You can praise them all you want, but in the end you meet defeat. Open your eyes to the truth. But most of y'all can't do that cause them lies be just as fake as you. Been spitting facts all my life. Your brain gotta watch for bullets, but your back you gotta watch for knives. Fuck nigga, you need to listen. I'm competing with the old me. You look at me as competition. I never thought I'd see the day when I would get off on this microphone and say the shit I'm about to say. But hey, it need to be said and they like damn right. Got on my knees, prayed to God just the other night. Help me win the fight against my own kind. And if Black Lives Matter, niggas colorblind. They in denial when they hate it when you speaking facts. But a race war ain't the reason why I got the strap. Don't get it fucked up, cause anyone can feel the shell. But not just anyone gonna kill me for my clientele. Folks be seeking all these questions, but don't want the answers. The last time we stuck together was the Black Panthers. But since then, it's a block for a block. They get on TikTok and make a song about a dead op. To be a rapper now, you need a bulletproof whip. No other genre like this. Now, ain't this some shit? You ignorant. Get on the gram, you don't think twice. And make a joke about him fighting for his fucking life. So many of them throw rocks, then they hide their hands. But this reality, not Meta or the Central Land.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. Let's talk about it. Hey, man, shout out to my cousin. That's Daz AB. ABE, all black everything. Y'all go check him out. I'm going to put his Instagram and YouTube in the description. But we going to talk about duality and balance today. Well, what is duality? It's an instance of opposite or contrast between two concepts or two aspects of the same thing. So when you think of that, it's like good and evil, hot and cold. Everything has an opposite to it. And when we look at duality, we got to recognize it's the same thing, just different aspects of it. And balance is the middle, meeting in the middle. You know, too much of one thing ain't good. Too much hot ain't good. Too much cold ain't good. But in the middle, the lukewarm, is perfect. It's balance. It's harmony. We get that in good and evil. You know, too much good, you get taken advantage of. Too much evil, don't want to be around. I think back when I was a kid, my aunt told me this old native proverb about the two wolves inside. You know, you get a good evil and a bad evil. A good wolf and a bad wolf. And at the time, I think I was like 4 or 5. And she told me whichever one I feed will become the strongest. And when I got a little older, she told me the same concept, but instead of whichever one I feed get the strongest, she said whichever one you feed the most will have the most influence on you. And I always thought about that growing up. I always thought about feeding that good wolf. But when I got older, I realized that I needed to feed that bad wolf too, because that bad wolf was also protecting me. When you think of people who came in this world and influenced it, if you believe it or not, you look at Jesus Christ. He came with all the good, and he still got murdered. They still killed him. And I always wondered if he would have fought back, would he have died and suffered like that? You know, if he displayed some form of resistance. And within me, I had to learn balance. You know, because at first, due to my environment, I had to feed the bad wolf to survive. When I changed my environment, I fed the good wolf, and I was taken advantage of. But once I started feeding both of those wolves, I found the balance and I found peace. I used to wonder why God made the devil. And then as I studied and got older, I realized that he needed to make the devil. Because without the devil, we wouldn't know what's good. See, one is in contrast to the other one. You're able to appreciate one because of the other. You're able to choose which side of the pole because you have something to compare it to. Now, I'm not saying go out and be bad, but I'm saying don't be so good you get taken advantage of. It's kind of like them old shows, you know, you watch, or them old cartoons when you have that good angel on your shoulder, and then you got the devil on the other shoulder, and they both giving you a perception or path to take. And it's like, which one do you listen to? Do you always listen to the angel? Or sometimes is the devil right? We got to seek balance. And I know those are extremes, but that's what life is, extreme. You know, my wife told me today that I'm too calm. You know, I'm not. I need to put more energy behind it. And then she said, I'm too selective with my words. And that's the second time I heard that while doing this thing. But she told me something that hit me in the stomach. She said, you too pandering. You know, she said, you do got that bad side. And it's not the fact that she want the bad side to come out. But what she was telling me was balance it out. That's what she was telling me. Balance myself. Be my authentic self. And I try. I'm not gonna lie. I do. On here, I try. It's just not in me to intentionally say things that might get a reaction out of people in a negative way. And it's harder on here because I don't even know the audience. I can gauge it in person. I know when I need to be a little tough on somebody when I'm delivering information. I know when I don't. Because I can analyze the person. But the reality on here, I can't do it. Well, I thought I couldn't do it. But I understood what she was saying. If I'm going to say what I need to say it. This world is fucked up. It is. It is fucked up. The people on this app is fucked up. And it's sad. Because half of these people on here never had attention in their life, right? Now they get on here, they get attention, and they become ignorant. No balance at all. You go straight to the one extreme. But I can't even blame them. Because they getting the attention. I blame the people watching them now. And that's just fact. Because just because it's on don't mean you have to watch it. And then you look in the comments and see how people respond. And you see how they are in real life. And it's sad. You know, people come on here. And like I said, for entertainment purposes, that's fine. But the stuff that's done on here and the stuff that people watch, like, and click, it's truly sad. I was just over at Nate's channel, Nate the Great Podcast. If you listen to this on playback, go check it out. And the man is balanced. The man is balanced. He's going to make you laugh or make you think. But you don't see a lot of people in there. Because he either going to make you laugh or think. That ain't what people want. I truly believe people come on here to escape their life, the drama, and all the BS in their life. And they become entertained by the drama and BS of someone else's life. Not all people, but there's a lot of people. They come on here wanting drama. Like, drama is hard enough to get away from in real life, and now you're going to come on the internet and get it. Instead of coming on here getting information, building with other people. I keep saying this. The technology, the way we communicate is literally at our fingertips. And what do we use it for? The BS, the bullshit. That just tells how the direction we going. That literally shows the direction we go in society. A lot of people don't even seek balance and wonder why their life is so chaotic. Wonder why they get taken advantage of. Because you don't know. And you choose not to know. So that's a choice to suffer. And that's just facts. If you're going through something and you ain't seeking information or a way to fix it, that's a choice. There's too many resources out here. Too many resources. But instead, we use those same resources the same resources we can use to build, to gain information. We use it to attack people, to belittle people. We live in a day and age where information can't really be hidden from us no more. When I was younger, I used to have to travel to get books to find information to the library. I stayed over a couple times to buy a book. Drove 4 hours to buy a book. And now I can just click the computer and get the PDF for free. We suffer because of our lack of knowledge. And then even when you get the information, right? What do you do with the information? Do you use it? Do you put the information to practical use? Because you can gain on the information and gain the knowledge. But wisdom is knowledge practiced over time. That's what wisdom is. Wisdom is when you take the knowledge and you utilize it. Because when you get information, that's just from the person's perspective that gave it to you. If it's in a book, if you go to a lecture, that's that person's perspective. But when using it, you find different things within it that they might have missed. That's where the wisdom comes in, is making that knowledge practical. And I see a lot of that in the conscious community. They can tell you dates. They can give you genealogy. They can tell you a geographical area. But they don't tell you how to use the information to become a better person. They don't tell you how to use the information to make your community better. No, they just debate over who got the right information. Sense ain't common no more. And we ain't trying to make it common. Everything has a positive and a negative to it. So when any situation happens, good or bad, there's always a positive and negative to it. So if something bad happens and you find a positive into it, that the positive that's in it, that creates balance. A lot of times, that's how you heal or begin the healing process of bad situations. When you can find a positive or a light in a negative situation. That's how you restore the balance. Same thing if something good happened. Understanding what bad could have happened can have you prepared. You can learn from that. It's crazy that we don't even study when some don't even understand that the same laws that govern the universe govern us, especially our emotions. Same laws to keep the planets in line, keep them rotating, keep the moon and the sun from crashing into the earth. Those same laws apply to us down here. Thus, you get the concept of so above, so below. But there's a piece missing from that teaching, and it's so within, so without. Meaning, what's on the inside of you will eventually come out, and what's on the outside of you will eventually come in. So you can be a positive person in a negative environment. One or two things got to happen. Either your positivity is going to affect that environment, or that environment is going to affect you. That I had to learn the hard way too. Growing up in the hood, it wasn't all negative. It wasn't all negative. But overall, it was a negative experience. But I learned how to make my little domain, my little area. I learned how to affect it with my positive energy. And after I couldn't do that no more, and the environment began to affect me, I left. Because me adapting to it, that wasn't an option. I adapted so long, so many times to things that I shouldn't have. And I didn't know. I didn't know I had the power to affect my environment. I didn't know that. No one told me that. But when I learned it, I understood it. But I also learned some environments you can't affect. So I got out of them. And now, if I go somewhere and I feel I can't affect it positively, I don't stay there, because eventually it will affect me negatively. And I'm done adapting. I'm done. I don't have to adapt. No one has to. You can change your scenery, change your situation. Just the way I live my life now, if I can't affect my environment positively, I leave. I'm no longer trying to survive anything. I'd rather live. I used to have that mindset, and that's why I adapted, because I wanted to survive. But then I learned surviving is not living. Surviving is wasting your time, and that's one thing you don't get back is time. So if you're in an environment and you're trying to survive, you need to take a step back and reflect. Surviving and living is the two opposite poles. Same concept as duality. Different mindsets, but the same concept. You don't have to survive, you can live. And that's a choice. We have been conditioned to believe we don't have power and we can't make choices. And it's 2022, about to be 2023. And people still walking around like sheep being herded. Not understanding the power they hold within themselves. Not understanding it. And if you're an adult, that's not an excuse no more. Because you have the ability to learn. What do you spend your time doing if you're not learning? You got to look at that. What are you spending your time doing? I used to take 15, 20 minutes a day to learn a new word and the concept behind that word, the origin and everything. I wanted to know the Latin roots of the word. I wanted to know why the word was created in the first place. And that 20 minutes turned into an hour. And sometimes I get lost in it. Not just that, but I try to learn something new every day. I can't take the information with me, but my goal is to give it to my kids, get them access to the information at an earlier age. That way they can take it further than what I did. That's why I'm on here. Ultimately, this is going to be an archive for my children. I could have did it other ways, and I do. I got journals. I got so many journals. And it's just information that I learned over the years. Books I studied, concepts I learned, philosophies, how not only I got the information, but what I learned practicing them. You know, they say information is power, and that's true. Information is power. But it's how you use it. Are you using it for good or bad? Or is it a balance? I had to learn how to balance the information. Because some information can drug you. You know, some of that information you can use to hurt other people. You think of someone going to school for psychology and they're learning how the human mind works. They can have all the information and the knowledge, but they can also use it for take advantage of people. But when you begin to put that information or that knowledge and you begin to practice it, you'll learn why you shouldn't use it for bad. You'll learn why. Because you'll see the true effect that it can have on people. You know, we're on YouTube. I can come on here and I'm careful with my words. The reason I'm careful with my words is because I don't want to use words that affect lower emotions. And I can. I could have did it. I did it on one video. I got 54 followers. And that one video did over 200 views. The only video I got that did over 60, I think. But I played with the words specifically. And I knew I can get a group of people to come look at this video if they liked it or not because of the way I put the words. And that's exactly what happened. You have people coming in there wanting the information. And you have people coming in there wanting to debunk the information. I drew on the emotions. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to share some information, find some like minds and build. That's all I'm trying to do. Just expose. And I'm not trying to be no teacher. I ain't trying to be no messiah. None of that. I'm not your leader. That's not me. I'm straight. But I will share information and I will build. I will do that. But I can't entertain. That's just not me. Maybe I get somebody, a co-host or something, to come on here and that be what they do. But me, ultimately, I can't do it. But I just wanted to make this video. Duality is the opposing aspects of the same thing. And balance is the perfect middle. Balance is harmony. Having too much of something or too little of something ain't good. But if you're watching this on replay, do me a favor, hit the like, hit subscribe, turn the noti bell on. When I go live, you go live. Conversations build nations.